You got a lot of good bits on this.
Yeah, I know.
You do.
Man, this is better than every podcast I've done with my bits. So much.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Have a Nice Day podcast with your host, Janine.
And Joshua.
Today, as always, we always have special guests, but
Yes.
today we really have a special guest. He's flown all the way from Canada, from Toronto.
LA.
Yes,
I
true.
haven't lived there for 20 years.
True, from LA. He is a Filipino-Canadian actor and comedian for 30 years. He's currently on his world tour called Round the World, performing with Laughter Factory here in Dubai. You've seen him on Showtime, Comedy Central, and Just for Laughs. So let's give him a warm Have a Nice Day welcome to our Cambodian guest,
That's right.
Ronald Allen
I said that
Josol.
because I watched the Joe Coy when Joe Coy was doing the cool thing. We all love Joe.
Yes.
And Rex Never Rete and him were the first. And so we respect that.
Yeah.
Right.
And when I moved to LA, they both loved me and they both had me open for them. And they both were kind of like not hating each other, but they're the two first. So yeah, there's going to be a little bit of headbutting.
Right.
And so we were at the Long Beach is where the biggest Filipino Independence Day festival for Filipinos are. And there's 100,000 Filipinos that weekend on the beach.
Oh, no way.
And they had to put one stage with Joe Coy and one stage with Rex because they didn't want to share the stage.
Right.
Right? And so I remember my friend bought a Joe Coy shirt and then he went to Rex's show and he likes Rex too. And he's like, hey, Rex. He's like, what are you wearing that shirt, bro? And we're like, oh my God, there's tension. It's like TFC or something.
Yeah.
TFC and GMA, and then you're like,
Tito's
yeah.
always fighting. And then it was 10 of us after them. So they were the first. Actually, before them, there was Andy Bumatai in the 50s.
Okay.
He's Hawaiian, right?
Okay.
So the Filipino tree of comedy really started in this guy. Before him was this guy, Belmondo, I think. I can't remember his name, but he used to be the warm-up act for like Johnny Carson.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, right. So Filipino comedy dates really in America. It really goes back till then.
Okay.
But for actual people that were well known, Joe Coy and Rex were kind of the first.
Yeah.
So after them it was me, Joey Gila, Kevin Kamiya, Gabriel Iglesias. What's his name? Gabriel. Who else is there? Mark Fernandez. Or Dan Gabriel, Mark Fernandez. So maybe 6 or 7 of us. And what else is there? Bernadette Palactas, she was in the debut.
Okay.
Right? So it was like 8 of us, and Edwin San Juan too. And it was kind of like a race to Hollywood.
Right.
So we're like, oh man, who's going to get there first? And then Rex got on Lopez Tonight. So he was technically the first person to do on TV for a Filipino.
Like a late
US.
night spot.
Yeah. For me, I was the first in Canada because I did a special in 1998
Okay.
called The Comedy Now, which was the same Comedy Now that Russell Peters blew up in.
Oh, okay.
They're both Comedy Nows. He did it in 96, I did 97. 98. And then Joe Coy took over. He was Chelsea Lately. He was a Virgin, the Virgin phone company guy. He was on so many different shows. And then finally, he blew up. Netflix, boom.
Yeah.
And all of us were like, oh, man. And we're like, you know what? Take the baton, Joe. Go.
Yeah.
We love you. Don't be jealous. This is our Filipino, man.
Yeah, representation.
Proud,
yeah.
Go, Joe. You're right. Come, should we do it? Go. All right, man. Yeah, he's so much faster than us because he's white. He has longer legs. And, and then finally touches Hollywood soil. One of the biggest things you could ever do in Hollywood. Gets electrocuted. The Golden Globes.
Yes.
Not only that, he didn't even do a bad job. It was just the narrative of the Hollywood is let's destroy him.
Right.
Because that's what they do. They bring you up, and that's just what they do.
Okay.
And I did what all the other Filipino comics did at the time when we saw it on TV. I said, fuck this, I'm Cambodian now.
I don't identify as Filipino anymore.
No.
This is not our best work. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
See, I understand Joe Coy's feelings in that moment as well. Like you're making a bunch of white people in a room laugh and
It's
everything.
not even that because we do that all the time. It's the elite.
That's the
of
thing. So it's the
Hollywood.
elite. Yeah.
That's a totally different.
Yeah.
That's the hardest corporate gig you'll ever get in your life.
For sure. Yeah.
You know, and in order to make them laugh, you have to know them,
Yeah.
or you have to know how they think.
Yeah.
You have to do. I wouldn't know how to do it. You know, everybody's like, he should have did this. Who the hell would know if you're not there?
So true, yeah.
like,
There's
you
no
can't
like
keep
guidebook and everything. Like the last
No.
few years have also been like showing like how tough it's the toughest room in the world. I think
Yeah.
to do try to do
kinda
comedy
like
in.
in MMA or even fighting, boxing. You have a certain style. It may work for the best your opponent, but it may not.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean you're not good. It means that style just doesn't jam in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But some styles just work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so it's all to do with what style you are that works with their style, whether you're famous or not. And unfortunately, that style did not work.
Yeah.
You know, or whatever it was.
Yeah.
We really don't know.
Yeah.
Because we're not in that position. And I would tell any person, shut the fuck up. This dude got there.
Yeah.
And if you got there and you figured it out, then good for you. But it has nothing to do with you're good or not. He's not that good. No, he's amazing.
Yeah.
He's always been amazing.
Yeah.
But that's maybe the venue or whatever it was, powers that be, the time amount of time you had. You know, Chris
You had
Rock
10 days, right?
Well, Chris Rock apparently called him and said, "Hey man, you need at least 6 months to do that kind of stuff, because that's a hard gig."
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
No, but the thing about throwing the writers under the bus, but I don't know if that is a joke or anything, but I just
For every
felt
joke
it could have
there's
been
a truth.
handled a little bit better in that sense. Like,
For sure.
yeah.
But you know, again, in our position, what do you do? Imagine the world's looking at you.
True.
And every Hollywood star's looking at you. You're no longer thinking consciously.
Yeah.
Your subconscious of survival comes out.
Fight or
and-
flight mode, right?
Yeah, and maybe that was the best thing he could have done at the time.
Yeah.
Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was. Who knows? There's no other. You know, I wish the multiverse was real. You know,
You could just pull out his time machine and try all the different things that would have made it.
You try next. You. Wow. Who's
Okay, have
the
this
best? Yeah. Dolphy.
Yeah.
Oh, Dolphy was the
Let's
best.
bring
Filipino-
Dolphy out.
Yeah.
Dolphy from the grave.
From the grave. I'm Bach. Dolphy is one of the funniest first Filipino people that made me laugh in life.
Yeah.
Dolphy and Poncheto.
Yeah.
I don't
You
know
this?
Poncheto.
Yeah.
I know Dolphy, but I don't know Poncheto.
Yeah.
Poncheto was his best friend.
Okay.
They were always up to no good. And it was probably in the 70s. I was 4 years old, and I heard my family laughing their heads off. I go in the living room, right, which was it was small, like this big, because we're all poor. And my uncles were like, so this Dolphy and Poncheto was in a house, and they didn't have money for the, you know, in the Philippines at the time, to make a alarm system or anything to protect your house, you put glasses.
Yeah, and the
glass
cement on the
top.
top of the cement, right?
Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
And they didn't have enough. So what they did was take a string and put tae on it around the house. And so the burglars came in and they're like, let's go in. And it went right in their nose. They're like, hi, baho, ah. And everybody was laughing. And I was like, what is this?
Yeah.
This is the craziest way for yourself, the self-defense, your self-alarm systems in your house.
Was that your first introduction to comedy?
My first introduction to comedy is my dad is really funny. My uncles were always funny. I had a cousin named Bernard who would always make us laugh. So all of our Filipino households were funnier than Jokoi.
Right.
Like we were born in laughter
I 100% agree.
because you're poor, but there's nothing else. You know, you go to a small town, you only have sex with everybody because that's all you know. You Filipinos, you have to have laughter because
Yeah.
there's no money.
Yeah.
You know, and then the first time I realized I had some kind of funniness in me, I was 6 years old, and we're at somebody's family parties, having a family party, and it was like 1 a.m. And my uncle goes, "Oh, go tell you." My uncle was weird. He didn't have an accent because he came to Canada in the 50s, and he was a foreman for
Okay.
big construction sites, and so he learned to speak regular English, and we all didn't know how.
Right.
And he goes, "Hey, Rana, go tell your dad we got to get out of here because we're going to the park tomorrow and it's too late." I go, "Okay, Dad." I walk. He was playing. My dad plays the piano. He's singing, and after I'm like, "Oh, Daddy, we have to go to the." We say, "Daddy."
Did he?
How's that? That's what I hate about growing up in Canada. We played hockey on the streets, right? And so when you played hockey at 5 p.m., everybody's parents would come out and go, Tommy, dinner. Yes, Mom. George, dinner. Yes, Father. My dad was like, Lan. So my middle name was Alan.
Right.
But they just say the last part.
Yeah.
Lan. I'm like, Lan? Who the hell is Lan? I don't know. And after he's like, he's looking at you. That's your dad? I'm like, yeah. And here's you have to answer, Daddy. And everybody was like, what the fuck's a daddy? I'm like, just shut up, okay?
Why are you singing? Just go in.
Yeah. Daddy, get now. Ping pong pong pong, right? And then so, wait, how did I get to that?
From your
You were
exposure to
saying
comedy.
that you knew how funny you were.
Yeah.
with,
So I would say, Daddy, we have to go, all right? Because Tito Leo was saying we have to go. And then he got mad at me, and I came back like this. And after my aunts and my uncles and my cousins were looking at me, I was like, what did your dad say? I was like, he said, he was playing the piano, like, dun, dun, dun. Okay, shut up now. You say that one more time, I'll bacchus you in front of everybody. I did that with a perfect Filipino accent at 6 years old, not knowing that it was going to be funny.
Okay.
And everybody started laughing. I'm like, why? And he goes, because you got your dad perfect. Even your
The impression, everything,
intonations. I'm like, I had no idea.
Yeah.
And then so that was when I first realized I was funny for like as an impression for Filipinos too.
Okay.
You know, so that was kind of like my first thing. But you know, everybody was funny growing up, and I think every Filipino growing up kind of had to learn how to entertain them.
Yeah.
Because we used to have a little green room because whenever family partners you had to do little performances.
True,
Yeah.
yeah.
So all of us always played piano.
Dance or sing or do something.
Hawaiian, you know.
Yes.
What's that thing? The shells.
Yeah, pearly shells.
Pearly shells.
Yeah.
Even my bakla cousin was like, "Oh, I'm good at this one." Bakla, you're only 5.
How do you know?
How do you know your bakla? You're moving your hips, wearing a bra.
But that's so true. It's so ingrained in our culture to entertain. Yeah.
And so, you know, I played the so I would do my cousin would play the piano. It was funny because his dad was like Michael Jackson's dad, even though he was not even a professional. They're like, do not make a mistake. There's 25 cousins there watching. And my cousin
Family line is on that.
Yeah, so we play Hill Street Blues. There was a TV show
Wow.
called Hill Street Blues while crying at the same time. And remember, I would run and just tap. While you're like,
Don't lift your hands up the keyboard.
I cover his mouth. And people were like, this is the worst thing I've ever seen. Slavery in music. And then I would break dance.
Right.
Okay.
And then
Nice.
I didn't know how to break dance, so my uncle would be like, "Oh, what's that? The sea lion? What is that lying on your back, just showing your?"
That's the dolphin, right? Like,
That's the dead
aquatic
squirrel.
animal
What
is nice.
Yeah. And then my brother, he was a thief. Like he was a thief at that age, at like 8. So he took down my dad's briefcase with all the money he used to put in, and he goes, "Now I'm gonna open my dad's video." And my dad's like, "What the hell?" And he told everybody to switch the combination, and then he would have this. The what do you call
The
that?
stethoscope for the doctors, yeah.
And then he had like a knife, like a pointing pin, and then he had a paper clip. He would undo it.
Right.
And everybody's like, "Wow!" And my dad was like, "Bullshit, yo! That's why there's no money there."
Wait, so that was actually real, like him opening,
My brother was one of these weird genius kids when it came to picking locks and fixing bikes at 6.
Gizmos.
like he's amazing with his hands, like
Even today, yeah.
Right.
His wife is so happy.
dope.
Listen,
Those hands, though,
because he knows how to cook rice.
Yeah.
really get out that
That's true.
that cloudy water.
Because my dad had a Filipino business.
Okay.
My parents met in 1968, I think.
So you were born in Canada as
Yeah.
well. Okay.
My mom was on vacation,
Okay.
so she was just looking. She went to LA, New York, London, England, whatever. She had money. Her parents were rich,
Okay.
Right.
and my dad was from Bohol, very poor.
Okay.
So my dad came to Canada 1962 or 63
Wow.
when he was 17, 18. And his first job was he was biking around the city like Uber Eats.
Oh, okay,
right?
yeah.
And so he lived with like 10 people in an apartment that were all bakla. But they loved my dad so much because my dad was like a very friendly guy.
Okay.
And so they bought him a car.
What?
Yeah, they bought him a car. They picked him up. We got you a car. We just want you to massage us at night. He's like, no problem.
I
Right?
got you.
Yeah, and so he got a job because one of his friends was one of the very first Filipino nurses in Toronto General Hospital in the 60s. And so she goes, Boy, my dad's Boy. Protasio was real name, but the Boy is his nickname. Boy, I can get you a job as a nurse. Oh, how? Shadow me for 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be a test, but these people are coming from a college, a university.
Okay.
But you're not.
Right.
We're going to fake it all. Right?
Wow.
So he learned how to change bedpans, change catheters, wipe beds, do everything. Get blood, 6 months. He aced it.
Wow.
And the top student. And my dad goes, you can't do that shit today.
yeah.
There's too much red tape.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
too much.
You could literally become a nurse in 6 months as opposed to the 4 to 5 years you do in school.
Yeah.
Because it's like the more money you spend, they need. You can learn that shit on your own. So my dad was a nurse. And then he met my mom in the Holiday Inn on Filipino Thursday nights, 1967. And there were like 50 Filipinos at the time in Toronto. And so that Holiday Inn turned into the comedy club that I first performed in '95 called Yuck Yucks.
Oh, that's where Yuck Yucks is.
Oh, no,
Okay,
it's-
okay.
It was called Laugh Resort, sorry.
Laugh Resort,
In the
okay.
corner of King and I think it was King and Dundas. And so I said, my dad's like, oh, so what are you doing these days? I go, I'm a comedian now. I'm doing comedy. Oh, where? It says a comedy club called Laugh Resort. It's at King and Dundas. Oh, that's where I met your mom at the Holiday Inn in the basement. I go, that's where the comedy club is. He's
That's
like,
so
wow,
cool.
that's where your brother was conceived. I'm like, oh, come on.
Too much information.
You're
already.
like, I shouldn't have known that.
Yeah.
It's better if I don't know that.
Yeah, so my mom got in a car accident. My parents got in a car accident with my brother and I. And so my mom became a paraplegic when I was 6.
Oh.
So we all had to learn how to take care of her and be nurses.
Okay, I'm so sorry about
And
that. Okay.
I mean, I don't,
Yeah.
it's in my life. This is, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you don't feel anything as a kid. You're like, whatever, right? And I remember the accident too, because I was at the back of the van, and I looked outside, and the world was twirling around.
Wow.
I'm like, what? And then I woke up in a ditch, right?
You were outside of the car.
Yeah.
Oh, crap. Okay.
Everybody got flown out of the car.
Okay.
And the ditch, someone cut us off. We all fell in a ditch. And I remember getting up going, I can't walk. I can't stand because my leg was ripped out of its socket.
Oh, gosh.
Even though the skin was there, I saw this big thing. I'm like, what is that? It's part of my leg. And my dad was walking around. My brother was walking around. We're like, just stoned.
Dazed and yeah.
My mom was in a dish and she wasn't breathing.
Oh, gosh.
And I remember that there was a priest that goes, is everybody here Catholic? Let's hold hands. This woman is dying. Let's pray. And I was like,
Where did the priest come from?
I don't know, man. There was probably a priest just walking around the corner.
Yeah.
And I'm ready. I'm ready to
My
do
dad made
this.
sure he crashed near a church. Oh, this is our church. I will be saved.
Best place to die.
Yeah. He's like giving the host going, oh shit, I have to help this guy. And then they took my mom to the hospital, and they're like, so my brother and I were in the hospital. Again, it's not sad for me.
Okay.
Right.
It's just what I know.
Yeah.
And we're like 2 kids, like 6 and 7, 8, or like 5 and 7 or something. And we're just on a bed holding each other. And my dad comes in and he goes, and the doctor goes, was there. And my dad goes, you have to get up and go say goodbye to mom. And we're like, where's she going? No, she's going to die tonight. So we have to say goodbye. And he's
Wow.
crying. We're like, no. And you don't care.
Yeah.
Because you're a kid. You don't understand
It doesn't
that.
make sense
No,
to
so I
you.
see
Yeah.
my mom crying like crazy with blood, and we're just hugging and kissing her. Going, I was more worried about the blood that was on her shirt. I was like, Mom, can you clean that?
Yeah.
You know. And then we're like, I don't know. And then we sat there in our beds, and we're like, oh no, Mom is really gonna die. So we start crying.
Okay, it finally hit you and everything.
Yeah, and then the next day, the doctor came in with my dad, and my dad was crying but smiling. I was like, what? And the doctor goes, we don't know what happened, but she started breathing.
Wow.
We took her off a respirator, so we're going to have her flown back to Toronto in the best facility for 3 years for rehabilitation. Now my parents were broke. They both worked in the hospital all the time. So my dad goes, how do I make money? You know, his job also was hiring Filipinos to become nurses in Canada.
Oh, okay.
He had to screen them, so he basically was the reason why Filipinos are the stereotype of nurses.
Wow.
He started that whole thing.
Wow.
He started it, right? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm
like-
a Filipino. I did this in 6 months, guys. We can all do this.
It's kind of like my black friends. Like, I hate the guy the first black guy that ate watermelon. I hate that.
Right.
Yeah, it's like, don't eat it. It's gonna be
You
scorned.
go back in time and
Yeah. Hey, don't eat it. Why? Eat the sandwich. You know?
the turkey sandwich.
And he's like, no, I'll have a chicken. No. And then, right? Is that racist? Not in Dubai.
No, not in Dubai.
Yeah, anything goes here. Yeah.
And so what happened was, he goes, wait, I hired 30,000 Filipinos after 15 years.
Wow.
I'm going to start selling them Filipino food because that's all they complained about. We cannot find Filipino food in this country. Bullshit. So my dad had a friend that knew how to import stuff, and he started a business. So that was like 1979 or whatever. By 1988, we were millionaires.
Wow.
By 10 years, we had a mansion.
Insane. Wow.
8,000 square foot. You know, we had ramps in the house and an elevator. You know, like the ramps. We're like, wow, like Tony Hawk would have loved it, right?
Wow.
And so my mom dies 10 years ago,
Okay.
and my dad still has millions of dollars, like, you know, 2-3 million. And he asked me to fix his laptop. His laptop was all messed up, and I was like, I go, where are you staying this? He's staying in his cousin's house. Nice bedroom, like the master bedroom. I go, why you could stay in your mansions and stuff. He's like, I didn't care about money. I go, what do you mean? Your whole life was about money. He's like, no, I did that for your mom. I don't
Okay.
care about money. I
Right.
did it because I didn't want your mom to live in the ghetto. I had to
Make
She
her
was
last
used
few
to
years.
a good life as well. She came
Yeah,
from.
being a regular, active and walking, you know, human, you can live in a ghetto.
Yeah.
You know, if you're functioning normal, but if you're in a wheelchair, you should not live in a ghetto.
Yeah.
You need a really big house to make you feel the space and the freedom that you should.
Yeah.
Because you can't wheel around in a ghetto. You
Yeah.
can't even go out. We had a
Right.
beautiful neighborhood. You go to a store, go to casinos.
Wow.
You know, and that's what I realized what Filipinos were. A lot of people are like, so I do 25 countries a year, and half the crowd is always Filipinos that never. A lot of them moved to other countries, but like you guys, never lived in the Philippines.
Yeah.
So their question to me is all the time, what are we?
Yeah.
I'm like, well, what do you mean what we are? Like genetically, or what are we as a people? And he goes, well, both. I go, genetically, okay, this is because of me researching this after 25 years of traveling the world. So Philippines, it was part of a trading grounds where Mexico used to be, and overseas in Asia where people would always come in and trade food.
Okay.
Right? It was not even a name yet. It was just a place. It was islands that were attached to before 1800s, or I think before 1900s. Singapore, Malaysia, Philippines, and Indonesia were called Malayu.
Yeah.
And it was just that was it.
The Malays, yeah.
And they spoke a Malaysian dialect.
Yeah.
And when Portuguese came and Magellan, and then the Spanish came and conquered that, there were indigenous Filipinos they're not Filipinos, they're Malayus.
Oh,
And
okay.
King
okay.
Philip called us Filipinos
Yeah.
because of his name.
Yeah.
Right? And I go, oh, so we're really mixed with Malaysians with Spanish. This is because when I first went to Malaysia, I heard people speaking Tagalog. I go, this guy said that sure was expensive, mahal. And he's like, my Indonesian friend or my Malaysian friend goes, yeah, because we all spoke the same language, idiot. I go, really? We share 400 the same words. Katawa is laugh.
Yeah.
There's so many words, And I go, okay, so before the Spanish, we're just Malaysians. Well, Malayus. So what's a Malayu? Half Indian and half Chinese. What? Every Filipino has Indian blood. Why? I'm fucking hairy, bro. You know?
Let's compare. I know.
Well, you're more.
Yeah. I have more of
You're
the
like
Indian
Filipino on steroids.
No, but they say, right? Like, whenever you say, if someone says like I'm Filipino, that's never the answer because there's always like some Chinese, like you mentioned, like
Yeah.
the Indian is now thrown.
Yeah,
Malaysian,
Spanish.
Spanish.
You know what kari kari is?
Yeah,
It's fucking curry.
yeah.
So what happened was when Indians were part of Malayu, they made curry for us. And then after years, Malayus called it kari kari. They took out the curry, they took out the cumin, coriander, tarragon,
Yeah.
and then what they put in was fucking peanuts.
Peanuts, yeah.
Because we didn't like it.
Yeah.
It's too spicy, man.
So if you go to Indonesia, which I've been to many times, if you go to any grocery store and go to the curry section, it says curry and in brackets kari kari.
Oh, okay.
cool.
And it's just peanuts there. Like,
And so they're like, so now that's genetically what we are. But then they go, but what are we as a people? I go, I don't know, but we're kind of like the only race I've ever seen, and only culture I've ever seen that stays by their loved ones till they die. We just don't let go.
Yeah.
I've only seen Filipinos because I grew up in hospitals because of my mom. And only the Filipinos would stay by the bed 24 fucking hours until their loved ones died.
yes.
You know, lying there, putting two chairs together to make a bed.
Yeah.
I'll never leave you. You know, it's the craziest thing in the world, right?
Yeah.
But the flip side of that's why we're called flips, is the fact that we are so nice and so loyal as a person, as a people, that if you fuck with us, we are the worst fucking enemies.
Oh yeah.
We'll cut you off like samurais.
Yeah.
Right? We'll be dead to you.
Yeah.
You'll be dead to us.
Yes.
And don't even physically fight us because all of us have a little Manny Pacquiao in us.
100%.
You know, because Manny Pacquiao is really the embodiment and what represents a Filipino is that highly nice, humble person.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen him cocky?
Not at all. Yeah. He's
You
the
know-
nicest
you know, behind
boxer
the camera?
ever. Yeah.
Mayweather is like, this guy's the nicest guy in the fucking world.
Yeah.
You see him in the NBA game, they go together.
Oh, really?
Like, you ever see the videos? And he's hugging Manny and shit.
Oh, no, I haven't seen
wow.
those.
Mike Tyson goes, I love this guy. Because there's no boxer in the world that's that nice.
You know, because they have that thing, because they need to first get in the opponent's head. That's when they start the trash talk. Yo, I'm
They
gonna
don't
kill
fucking-
you. Yeah, don't get in that ring. You have a chance to back out. And Pacquiao's like, I'm just here for everyone.
Oh, I like that
This is
Mexican.
nice.
I'll punch the black guy. I'll drink Jamba Juice after. Like, we don't have that angry blood and competitiveness.
That's true. That's
but we
true.
do have a spirit of a fighting warrior.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From the Lapu-Lapu days.
Yes.
Yes.
And so
Yeah.
even my parents are my mom's from Cebu, my dad's from Bohol. And so when I go to Cebu, I hear a lot of weird stories, man. Like, you know, Filipinos have a lot of these weird stories. And I'm in Cebu, just by the shore. And then they're like, oh, over there, they do, you know, Lapu-Lapu, there's a statue of him here. I'm like, oh, yeah, just, he has like two swords.
Yes.
Which turned into like Kali sticks. Or
Yes.
And they're like, you know the true story of him fighting Magellan, right? I go, no. It's like, okay, history is written by the man or the person that owns a pen and paper. If you don't have that, there's no history.
Yes.
Right.
So what happened was Portuguese came in, couldn't do so. It took 4 times the Spanish and Portuguese to take over Philippines because we hid in the jungles.
Yeah.
Leathernecks was a term that Americans would use because you had to wear leather on their necks because Filipinos would cut your necks on the trees. So they had to wear these leather straps on their necks, right?
Right.
And we learned how to fight in the dark. So you couldn't find us. It was too hard to fight Filipinos. They're like, okay, we're going to these islands, but we can't fucking see these guys.
Yeah.
They're like ninjas.
Yeah,
We're all
yeah.
hanging in the fucking trees like, oh, no. Like whatever.
And they would wait for days sitting in a tree branch, and like Americans, like, where's
What
everyone?
the fuck are these fucking jungle people?
They'll just come out, attack, and then go back up. And
Yeah, so eventually they go, you know what, we're just going to have to destroy them by fucking fires and guns.
yeah, right.
And then finally Magellan comes in. And so now they say that Magellan wanted to fight Lapu-Lapu because they were like the 2 leaders. And Lapu-Lapu was like, I'm going to fight Magellan. I'm going
Right.
to kill him.
One on
And he
one.
waited on the beach with his two swords. And Magellan saw him. And they go, that's the guy. So he put his armor on because he didn't want to get stabbed. He goes, let's do this. Jumps off the galleon. Doesn't realize it's not shallow, it's too deep. And he drowns himself. And Lapu-Lapu's like, the fuck?
all this anticipation of this.
It was like,
It's like the final boss fight. He went through all this stuff
Yeah.
and then suddenly he
It's like
dies by
they-
drowning.
It's like watching a amazing boxing or UFC fight and your cable goes off. That was the first time the cable stopped working. And it was like,
Just hit the TV.
come on, wake up.
So there wasn't
Yeah,
a fight.
But you can't write that in the history book.
Yeah.
That sound more dramatic, more.
Yeah, they have to make
Yeah,
this big
yeah,
fucking,
yeah.
they fought on the beach and they stabbed each other at the same time.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
samurai shit.
Yeah. Like
Blood
a John
everywhere.
Wick film. And
Yeah, there's this book that Rex Never Ready gave me, which I lost. So the cool thing about San Francisco is that's where most of the Filipinos landed in America back
Yes,
in the
yeah.
1590s.
yeah.
And they were kind of used as laborers. So they were doing the crops in Hawaii. They were doing the pineapple, like they're all just workers, laborers. And this Filipino historian. So this is the cool thing about San Francisco or California. They had Filipino history classes that we
Wow.
never had. So to teach everybody, this is who we are. I didn't know what the fuck I was until yesterday, right? And so Rex gave me this book called Filipino Martial Law, where it talks about Filipinos coming to the World Fair in, I think, the 1800s,
Okay.
or early 1900s, where they were put in cages and paid to show white people how to eat dog. They would cook dog, and they were like, and people were like, "Wow, this is so cool." And Schneider couldn't sell shit for hot dogs, so he came up with the word. It was called Frankfurters.
Yeah.
And he called it the hot dog because eating dogs was a big thing. And they
okay.
so they're like, "Hey, try your hot dog. It's not real dog, but it's like he called it." And they're like, "Oh, okay." So and you're like, "Is this true?" You know. Also, they had a lot of these old diaries of white women back in the early 1900s. Back then in California law, Filipinos were not allowed to date white women, vote, or like there's a bunch of stuff Filipinos
Okay,
were
yeah.
not allowed. Chinese and Filipinos were not allowed to do
Yeah.
a bunch of stuff. But these white women would want rendezvous and meet these Filipinos at night away from their boyfriends. And what dude, there was real writing.
Okay.
That they
Like
had
diaries, yeah.
that they kept, and they took pictures of it. They're like the savages that our people brought in are not really that savage. They can actually play guitar better than any of our men, and they sing
Wow.
to us, and they know how to play pool. I didn't even know they played pool back then, right? And they go down on us. I'm not even joking. And I'm like, yeah, Filipinos, man, that's their go-to. You know why? Because we don't have long European noses, so we're right there.
It's flat.
Yeah, if you put 5 races and put their faces against the corner of each wall, guess who touches it first? Guess
so
whose
true.
face is got gap?
It's flat.
Yeah.
Go through.
There's nothing in the way. You know, and I think that's
There's no obstacles. It's
that's
just like, yeah,
why
straight
we
up.
have flat noses. We eat pussy too much.
Genetically
That's the
modified.
forbidden love, right? Like
Yeah.
the women, they always want someone. It's like, okay, that guy, you can date him. This guy off limits. And I'm like,
Yeah.
but I want the off limits guy.
Yeah.
So and then and they're very romantic. They sang songs.
That's true.
they did
Harana,
poetry.
they just go. And
Yeah,
like,
and you would read this shit like, this is fucking real. And,
Wow.
and Rex would be like, yeah, this is like stuff you would never heard about Filipinos because none of it was allowed to be leaked out. It was just stuff people kept, and then people would forage it, just go, this is fuck what we found. So Filipino history was a hard thing to find before, but you go to San Francisco and go to any Filipino history class, you'll learn a lot about this
Right.
stuff. And that's the stuff the world doesn't know. So when I go to different countries, they have no clue about this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we came from a weird time, but also almost a romantic time.
Yeah.
But like when you go to different countries and you meet Filipinos, they're always together.
Yeah,
Like in here, like even the different nationalities, like the Indians or like the Pakistanis, will always refer to like the colleagues in the office who are all Filipino and they all sit together. They call them like the Filipino mafia. Like, oh, you
Yeah.
better be careful.
Well, that's
with
a
them.
real
They
thing.
eat together. They spend time outside the office together. It's like they like, but it's a good and bad thing. Like it brings together the people. They found their safe place and everything. But then it's like very hard for people to like get in. Like let's say if I'm new to Dubai and I want to be friends with a Filipino, it's really hard for me to get into.
Well, that's the first of any generation has to congregate to make themselves strong.
True.
The second generation, right, does not do that. So with me and my nephew now, whatever, all their friends are mixed. Okay. They don't care about this Filipino thing.
Yeah.
Right.
We did because I was still in that part of my life where like, hey, I'm seeing Filipinos in different parts of the city, and let's start a Filipino organization. That was big until the 90s. And now, so Rex and I used to do, when Rex used to come into Canada, I used to go, this is weird. I go, why? Because whenever we play Canada, and all these people, 2,000 people would come and see us, right? But they would never stay at the after party. And he goes, in San Francisco, they stay. I go, is it because they don't know each other? He goes, no, we all know each other because we all seen each other growing up. But we don't hang out with each other anymore.
Okay.
So that's something that the second generation stopped doing. Third generation is already gone. Where maybe Dubai is still like that.
Yeah.
They still need the strength of a community to get themselves stronger. And
True.
And so the generations now is so not like that. They don't hang out. You almost have to force yourself to learn the culture again.
Yeah.
In my world, in America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they say a lot of like the new generation as well is losing the knowledge of the language.
Oh, for sure.
So,
well, you know what? My dad also left the Philippines in the 60s because of martial law. Well, he left in the 60s, but I think, 70s was martial law?
yes.
Marcos?
Yeah.
Because of martial law, a lot of Filipinos left the Philippines.
Yeah.
And they didn't want the culture to be part of them anymore. Mm-hmm. So I'm part of a generation where they didn't really want us to learn the language.
Right.
Because they're like, we're Canadian.
They want to separate from the whole thing because it was getting too bad in the country, right?
Bad.
Yeah.
And so now the generation after mine is fine, but because I know a lot of people that still can speak Tagalog or Bisaya that are younger than me. But my generation, my dad and my mom are like, it wasn't negative. It was just, they just didn't want us to know it.
Yeah.
They just didn't care. That's the word. They didn't care enough for us to know it.
Right.
They just wanted us to be Canadian.
Yeah. Because it must have hurt for them, right? Like, this is the country that I come from, and it's run by these politicians who are so corrupt, taking everything from the people, and it really affects them in a way where they're like, you know what, I don't want to be even identified as a Filipino
For
anymore.
sure.
Like, even when with the recent election, like, so many Filipinos, like, I just identify as Pacific Islander now. I don't even want to say the word Filipino because it really sucks because they said, like, Philippines never learns its lesson. Like, you look at the crap you faced in the 70s or 60s, and now it's history repeating itself. And
there's people in the Philippines that are born and raised that can't speak Tagalog.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why? Because America owned it for 70 years. Before that, Spain owned it.
Yes.
So we literally, from the 60s or 70s till now, we're just learning to find out that we own, like, it's our own race or culture. I have a friend that was born in Subic.
Okay.
And Subic, it was an old military base.
Where she's from?
You're from Subic?
Yes, my mom is from
What?
Subic. Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of militaries.
Yes. Navy.
Yeah, Navy.
Yes. Yes.
And a lot of my friends from Subic can't speak Tagalog because it's kind of like a U.S.
base. Yes.
So they only cared about English.
Yeah.
And so my friend can't even speak it. Like, he's like, I was never taught it. But you live in the Philippines. It's like, doesn't matter.
But in those areas where, like, if the whole community just speaks English, then it's like, okay, that's if everyone just converses in English, then I'm completely fine.
Well, his dad was a white guy from Texas.
Okay.
And so he married a Filipina, had him, and they didn't. And all their friends were always half Filipino mom, Filipino dad, white dad.
Yeah.
Hardly the opposite.
Yeah.
In fact, when you see the white woman with a Filipino man, he's a gangster.
Oh man, I know. It's the same as a brown guy dating a white girl. It's like, what is this? This guy must be rich.
He must have a big teeth.
Yeah. Something like that. Like, you think of everything else except, no, they're actually in love. You know? Yeah. Like, I only know one couple where the man is a Filipino and the wife is like a non-Filipino as well. Yeah, but literally everyone is always a Filipino mom.
Yeah. Again, and that's why it's kind of like, you ever see like a lot of TikTok half Filipinos, they always talk about their mom.
Yeah.
They're never like, because my dad always says, don't talk about that. No, they're always like, my mom says, stop that. Like it's never the dad.
Yeah.
It's very rare.
Yeah.
We met one, Zahra,
Oh yeah.
in the Philippines. Her mom is Palestinian and her dad is Filipino.
Oh, wow.
So it was super cool to us because,
Yeah.
again, usually it's the mom who's the Filipino.
Yeah.
So that was
Yeah.
super cool. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's true. But like what you said, like if you see all these TikToks of the half Filipinos, it's never about my American dad does this. Like no, it's always the quirkiness of a Filipino mother. Like
And that's why my act is more about my dad, where most
Okay.
Filipino comedians acts about their mom.
100%.
Because their mom was more influential in their upbringing.
It always the Philippine mom was wear the pants. in
Yeah,
our
and my
relationship.
dad was the breadwinner because my mom was in a wheelchair,
Right.
and she was very smart, but she had a soft voice,
Right.
and she never really got mad, like very rare. But she just gave us the look, and it
that
was
was it.
never angry. Like it was like, we're like, fuck.
It's a disappointed look.
Oh, I don't like
It's
that.
Yeah. It's worse than I'd rather be shouted at
Yes.
and angry rather than I'm so disappointed in
my
you.
God.
You could have done better.
Oh fuck! I'll do whatever. What do you do? I'll
Yeah.
do anything you want. Yeah.
Yeah.
The mom was different.
Yes.
I love them both the same, but my mom just gave me a look, and it would break my heart.
Yeah. You're like, this is it. I've done something wrong.
Yeah, and I would do anything in the world to fix it.
Yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah.
Did your dad bring in a sense of like the Asian strictness into you and your brother?
But my dad was also, he wasn't a regular guy. He was just, look, my dad is remarried to a 38-year-old.
Wow.
He's 78.
Wow. Go dad.
Yeah, like he was a different kind of person.
Were you okay with that when?
Yeah. Well, okay. All my female cousins are like, that's disgusting. Your dad should go in the mall with the rest of the old Filipino men and just wait till they die to see their wives again.
This is what we saw in Hawaii. Just old Filipino men
waiting
sitting
to die.
in the food court.
I have to die soon. I'm bored of this shit. And my dad goes, and my dad. I remember my dad did that.
Okay.
So my mom died 10 years ago. My dad remarried 2 years ago.
Okay.
And for 8 years, he was in the mall with these old Filipino men
In the food court. Just
that all died. So my dad was like, "What is this?
This is not life.
I'm not ready to die.
Right.
They're ready to die. So if you're ready to die, you will go."
yeah.
Yeah.
A week before my mom died, she even said to me, "I don't want to live no more," and she died.
Yeah. Once you lose the battle with your mind, then everything
That's it.
topples after that, right?
Right.
So
And so my mom and dad, they're best friends, were also 70 years old, and what happened was, my mom died, and their daughter was dating a 50-year-old. She was like 35 or 30, and she was dating like a 50-year-old. So she liked older men or whatever. And so she's Filipino too. They all lived in Canada. So the husband died of cancer or some shit. So they're like just hang out with me and boy because his wife died, and so they just hung out for 2 years, and she fell in love with my dad.
Wow.
And now he's like doing zip lining and shit. So I'm like, stop it. You're so wrinkly.
it's like, why is it so slow? It's like a parachute going down. Like,
Why is that a parachute made of it's brown?
a human skin parachute?
Yeah, but he never, my dad was always like, he would always wear really nice outfits.
Okay.
Like long leather jackets,
Nice.
tight suits. He loved Elvis. His hair was like Elvis.
The slick back and
he
everything.
had pointy shoes growing up. Growing up, I would see this pimp looking dude. And he would always sell. When he became a salesman, it was easy. He just had a mouth.
He had the charisma.
Yeah,
Especially that outfit, they're like, oh, this guy, I want to hear what he has to say. You know,
Yeah.
that kind of stuff.
Yeah, right. And so he doesn't believe. It was a chapter in his life that he closed. But if you want to live again and you want to live further, open the new chapter.
Right.
You don't live in the past. He never lives in the past.
true.
You know when my mom died, he gave away everything in our fucking house. He sold the house.
Wow.
It was like a couple million, but he gave away her hospital bed. Her hospital bed was $15,000.
Wow.
He gave it to the neighbor who was dying of cancer. He gave away his fucking black on black Mercedes-Benz pimped out, right, for $200.
Wow.
He didn't give a fuck. He was just like, I don't want any of these mememories. He's not.
I want to start afresh, right?
Yeah, he doesn't want. He's not a hoarder. When things are gone, they're gone. My wife, my clothes, this started
Her
a new life.
belongings, yeah.
You know, how are you going to live longer if you think of the past?
Yeah.
You know, so, and my dad also got a quadruple bypass at 55. So his life is extended now.
Right.
You know, so he's a guy that shows me resilience.
Right.
Through example. He never told me anything. He never really sat me down and go, you got to do this in life. You know, he'd always say what a typical Filipino parent would say, save your money, save your money, save your money.
Yeah.
When my mom died, he was like, you know, do what you love.
Right.
Wow.
Save enough money to be happy, but there's no reason why you have to save all of it, because your mom didn't get to use all of it.
Yeah.
So what the fuck was the use? Save enough to make you happy. So my life now is, I work really hard on my act and comedy 6 months of the year. From June to December, every day in New York, every day in LA, I am fucking grinding with the best of the best. I'll go after Chappelle, I'll go after Andrew Schultz, I don't give a fuck. And I will be strong, an amazing comic. But guess what? From January to June, or May, whatever, 6 months, I'm overseas enjoying the comedy that I created, eating the food, spending like a fucker. So I'll make, you know, you can make 10 grand a month for 6 months.
Yeah.
And I'll spend most of it on half the year.
Yeah.
I still have
Back to
half of it.
square one
Do
from
it again.
June onwards.
But my 6 months is my vacation.
Yeah.
So this is all my vacation. It's almost 6 months done too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my life is a reflection of what I've learned through my mom and dad's life, and bringing what I need to do to make me happy. So working hard and being happy is a totally different thing than working hard to make money.
Yeah.
You know, when I used to go to the hospital to see my mom, she would be there like every 2 weeks before she died. Like the last 2 years, every 2 weeks she'd go there. She'd be in comas. Her life was just good. It's not that she was she was in a wheelchair. What happens is, if you're in a wheelchair, you don't have mobility of your legs, which is really the way to be healthy is movement.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Your heart has to
Yes.
be working. What they do when you're in a wheelchair, you can't move too much. They give you pills, not to prolong life, but to it's the opposite. It's let's give you this so you don't die,
Right.
right? Rather than living a longer life. No, you're just prolonging death, right? So you're hopped up in shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and so that's what her life was about, just taking medicine and just, you know, and I'm like, I can't, working hard to be happy is so different from working hard to make money. Because there was a guy, I remember going to see my mom in an emergency, and there was this business guy, he was like 50, he was on a gurney, or he was on a stretcher, he was on his computer going, and it's like, excuse me, Mr. Whatever, you just had a heart attack? You really can't be on the computer right now because you just had a heart attack, and it's a mild one, but you're too stressed. He's like, you don't understand. This is like $500,000 deal, and he fucking died right in front of my eyes. I'm like,
Gosh.
what the fuck was that for? The money is gonna kill you in this life.
Yeah.
My dad made so much money that he couldn't even use it on his wife didn't get to use it.
Yeah.
So what the fuck is the use to be rich?
Yeah.
It's make enough money to make you happy,
Yeah.
you know. And some people believe, well, I got to be a billionaire to be happy. A millionaire? No, you don't.
That's true.
You do not.
Yeah.
Because buying this shirt for $5 is no different from buying the same fucking shirt for $1,000 in some rich area.
Right.
It's the same price. Everything is the same price wherever you go. It's just because I see it. I have a choice to buy a name brand shirt at a used, you know, those places where it's like
Thrift stores and everything. Yeah.
or a brand new one.
Yeah.
It's the same shirt. The only reason why it's there is because nobody bought it yet and they went there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Life is about how much money I can make off you
Right.
or how much money I can save.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's really
It's your
you're
choice.
understanding.
Yeah.
You know, I'm really bad with money because I'm like this. I see a bottle of water in my hotel room. It's $5, and I could go down to the lobby and get a free one.
Right.
And I'm like, I'm a king. Get up, you fat ass.
It's not bad with money. That's just being lazy then, because you could
Very lazy. Like I'd rather if you ever do this. Your channel changer, whatever is on the floor.
Yeah.
You could use your hands or do this. I just change it with my foot. I got 5 toes.
That's so Filipino though, using your feet as well too.
Using your
Yeah.
You do a lot of things.
But like on the topic of money, there was something like Janine and we speak about now. Is like when you should try to save time, and you could spend your money on things that will help you save time. So like, I'm just throwing out examples like a robot vacuum. It'll save you like maybe 30 minutes from just vacuuming the house. Everything, just turn that on and it'll do the thing. So those are some things that you can. I rather think you'd rather save time by if you could spend money and like get someone to help you do it.
Right.
Do that so you have more time for yourself instead of Like,
and thing, it's like I have a friend who saves every penny. You know, like when he moved to LA, he was like, okay, this is how you survive. And I was doing what he was doing. I'm like, this is making me really unhappy though. He's like, yeah, but we're making money. I go, no, I'd rather just buy something normal. Look, we're going to go watch a movie. Every time he goes to the restaurant, he uses points. He doesn't have a girlfriend because every girl's like, why are you taking out coupons?
yeah.
There's a fucking date. If I don't mean anything to you,
Right.
you take out a coupon.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not worth an actual real price of the steak. So whenever I go with this guy, he's like this. All right, where do you want to go? Oh, let's go to Wild Wings. Man, I love Wild Wings. Okay, let's go. So we go to and he's like this, I'll take you out. I'm like, cool. And he goes, all right, so this is what we can get. Chicken nuggets, a quesadilla, fries, soda, or a salad. I go, no, it says Wild Wings. I'm here for the wings. Yeah, but I get every one of these for $2 each. I go, why don't you just get wings? That's $15. That's $5 over my budget. Dude, let me buy my own wings. I promise. I go, I don't want your promises no more. Because this is going to make me unhappy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So
it's too much.
And
yeah.
I can't, every one of our friends can't hang out with him.
Yeah.
He has no girlfriend and he has probably $500,000 in the bank. He has a nice condo, but when you go in, there's nothing in it. There's no pictures on the wall. There's a TV probably as big as this. One chair in front of it. He has a bed. So when I moved to LA, I got a new apartment. He goes, let's go shopping. For what do you need? I need a chair. I need a table. I need a couch. I need bed sheets. I need this. All right. He brought me to like a fucking Goodwill. And he goes, all right, I got your bed sheets. I go, these are $1 each. He's like, I go, what do you think you're going to spend? I go, at least 30. I look at the thread count. It's 50. There's spaces in there.
It's like a net at this
My
point.
teeth can go through it.
Like, don't mind the blood stain. That just comes with
And I go, what do you, and he goes, no, I go, that grips to your skin. He goes, yeah, well, what you're saying. And then, so I said this to him. I go, what's your favorite food? And he goes, I love steak. I'm like, okay, so let's go get a steak. He goes, but what tastes more to him is if something's on sale that's not steak. So he goes, yeah, but there's salmon, which is okay, but it's half price of the steak. I go, so that's actually makes you hungry? Like, he goes, my taste buds are connected to my fucking cheapness.
Right.
So when he sees something that's cheap, it fucking overpowers what he really likes. Where I can't do that.
Yeah. You want what you want, so you go for it regardless of.
He's like, look, a real woman is amazing, but this tranny, bro, half price. You may get a dick in your mouth, but there's also a pussy.
You get both.
And that's another I can save more money in this manner.
I can save more money on this tight tranny. You're going to a real normal woman.
But this is all about balance, as you said. You work hard, but then you also use
hard,
what you've worked hard for to enjoy your
you
life.
have to enjoy the work.
Yeah.
But I can't enjoy a whole year of work.
Right.
I can enjoy 6 months of work.
Yeah.
And I really enjoy the work. It's like working out. It's hard, but I enjoy it because you feel satisfied. You feel accomplished.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing more shitty feeling that you're not accomplishing nothing.
Yeah.
You know, that's why they say make your bed in the morning. It has nothing to do. You're going to go back in it. It's an accomplishment of the first day. Of
The first 1 minute of waking up. Yeah.
Accomplish something makes you happy and gives you some self-esteem.
Yes.
And, you know, and a lot of people don't understand that work is not about work. It's the wrong word. It's accomplishing something once a day, which is really work. But don't say the word work. Work upside down is almost the N-word. But anyways, that's what it is. Work makes people not want to do anything.
Yeah.
But accomplishments makes people want to do everything. So let's change the word work to accomplishments.
Because you're accomplishing things, yeah.
Because that's what it is. That's what gives you esteem. That what gives you integrity.
Right.
That you did something as small as brushing your teeth, as small as doing your bed, tidying up your bed, whatever. That's your first. That's why a lot of people go to the gym right in the morning. They want to accomplish something.
Yeah.
They may not get it the rest of the day,
Yeah.
but at least get that one thing. So when I wake up in my life, I have to be, the first thing I think is, what makes me happy? Accomplishment. Do something. Go to the gym, clean my room, fix my bed. I swear, even my hotel room, I do it. Even though the guys are, do you want room service?
Your
No,
room
I
service
just
must
did
loves
it.
you.
Do you need help for the other rooms? Because I have like an hour to kill. So I'll clean the other rooms if
They're
you
like,
need me
it's
to.
probably a Filipino fixing his bed.
Oh yeah, totally.
And I wanted to touch upon your comedy because it revolves around you being Filipino, you know, our culture and all that. Is there one stereotype of being a Filipino that you don't believe is true or you hate?
There's a lot of people online right now that are using the Filipino race card to get a lot of views. Some of them are not even Filipino.
I was just gonna talk about this. It's called Filipino baiting, right? Where
it's the worst.
yeah,
And I do a lot of Filipino stuff, but I have to go if this is authentic to me or not. Because if it's not, I can't put it up because I'm a liar. There's a lot of non-Filipinos are doing these fucking stupid Filipino accents, and I'm like, you're just doing it to get fucking Filipinos to bait on you, but you're not even Filipino. You don't even care about our culture. Hey, show me that you're in a hospital helping somebody. Like, show me that you love our culture before you use our culture.
yeah,
You know, I don't mind if you use a culture, but be part of the culture.
yeah,
You know, Russell Peters that does all these different accents, he loves the actual people of these accents.
yeah.
When you see there's a lot of other races that do the accents of different cultures, but they don't even know the race. I remember this girl said, all that Russell Peters does is he makes fun of races. He's so racist. I go, do you know he's best friends with Vietnamese people, Filipinos? He grew up with all these races and he embraces them. You don't even know anything. So if you tried it, you wouldn't get the same laugh because it doesn't come from your heart or it's authentic. Right? So what I hate is these non-Filipinos doing that stuff and Filipinos coming up with fake stereotypes that we don't even have. This one guy goes, you know how Filipinos, when it rains, we go out and take a fucking soap and wash ourselves? Where have I seen that besides the videos in the 20s?
And it's literally every other country, you know. Like I've seen, people just want to enjoy the rain, bring a bar of soap.
Yeah.
It's not a real stereotype that we have.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
Filipinos do this. Like once I'm trying to think of a stereotype that is not even maybe a couple of people have done it, but it's not a real stereotype.
Yeah.
But they amplify it to make people laugh.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Like pointing with their lips sort of is funny, but I don't see that too much. Right? You know, washing, you know, I don't know what else. I can't think of any fake Filipino stereotype that I don't believe that's true. That the washing on the street, I don't think that's a real thing.
Yeah. Maybe for some.
Yeah, or
when
like-
the rain comes out or by the lake or somewhere, but
Yeah.
it's not.
Like, I don't know about, like, you know how Filipinos usually use Skyflakes boxes for everything?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't see that too much today. Like, the stereotype does change.
Right.
So, if anything, it's an old stereotype that I don't like.
Right.
That at least get a new one. It's kind of like after Obama became president, you cannot use old black stereotypes.
Right.
We do this, we do drugs, we do that. No. The motherfucker became a president.
Yeah.
Respect that.
Yeah.
Change it now. Don't go back to the past.
Right.
That's what I hate.
Yeah.
When you're not
progressing with the
Progressing
time.
with
Is
times.
yeah.
You know, give me the new stereotype of Filipinos:
Mm-hmm.
boxers, DJs, right?
Right.
Still nurses though.
Yes,
Yeah.
that will always be there.
I think we'll always be like
Yeah.
nurses because
Yeah,
we love caring for people, as you just said. You know, so
you do. You know the problem with being a nurse is when you're in a relationship with a Filipino and you want to role play, the go-to is a nurse.
Yeah.
But you go, okay, let's do I'm the patient and you're the nurse. Okay, which outfit would you want? I have too many.
Uniforms, AKAs.
I'll be the doctor, you'll be the nurse. That's how we met.
yeah, that's
This is the-
exactly.
This is our life
Real
story.
life.
I do have my scrubs in the
Still wearing my
Never
Crocs.
we can never be the sexy nurse.
Yeah.
Because if you're like, I think you got the wrong outfit. That's
Or like I just did a 12-hour shift. I'm not gonna like. Do
sorry,
this.
I had to wear the Chinese outfit because the Filipino one was out of stock.
No, but like the Filipino bathing thing, I was just talking to Ima about this actually. Like, you know, like there are these white families go to Philippines, and then that's when they're like, okay, guys, can you help me decide where to live, BGC? And then suddenly overnight, from like 100 followers, then it gets 5,000, and then 20,000, and just because the Filipinos love it when white people embrace their culture. Like, oh, this American guy's eating bulot in the street?
Yeah.
No way! Like, then 1 million views, and this guy's just like. Has a thumbnail of him in like
See, that's not authentic. You know what's authentic? I have an uncle who was adopted by my mom's family that was white, right?
Wow.
And he is white, but I swear you think he's 100% Filipino. As soon as he walks in, he drags his flip-flops. Sama na. Ano ba there? Okay. You have any blue movies? Like, whatever, right? Like, he's so fucking Filipino.
Yeah.
So I go, how did this dude come in our lives?
right.
Right? And he was never there for my whole life, but I remember him growing up.
Right.
And they adopted him because this is what happened. I guess, I don't know. This is a weird story, but a lot of Americans had, in the war in the 40s,
Yeah.
they left their babies there. It was a fucking weird time during the war. They fled, I don't know, and they fucking were given an abandoned baby for a white family.
Wow.
So my family took this guy in. You know, my weird story, my mom wasn't born yet, but during the war in the 40s, my family had to leave their home because I think it was a Japanese invasion or whatever.
Right.
And so they had to live in a cave with a bunch of Filipino families, like 5 different Filipinos. People don't believe this fucking story. And so my aunt, who passed away a few years ago, was born premature, so they had to make a man-made, like a do-it-yourself pop-up fucking incubator.
Okay.
So they had shoes. So they took out the shoes and had a shoe box, and they took out the boots and had a bigger shoe box over it, and they put hot water bottles around it, and then put cellophane over it to make a fucking incubator. So my aunt was born in a cave, and was put in an incubator. And it was like, you know, everybody knew how to deliver a baby for some reason back then.
Yeah.
It was all the health.
Yeah, it's a normal. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like, oh no, cut this one. Whatever. All the wolves were like, wow, that's good.
I'm not gonna go to them. They
We can't even do that. Yeah, we call the sheep to help us. And so their cave was infiltrated and found by the Japanese soldiers.
Okay.
And so they're going to kill all the families, including my mom's family. And then the sergeant or the fucking general or whatever comes in and he goes, all right. And then he sees my grandfather and he goes, I can't remember his name even. I called him, he was dead when I was born, right? Let's call him Leo again.
Yeah.
Leo? And the guy's like, Kobayashi? They grew up together as fishermen because my grandfather's father was a fisherman and that guy's father was a fisherman. So they grew up together up to their teens.
What?
Yeah. Because they were shipped, they went back and forth. They knew each other because that's all they did. They went back and forth. It was a Philippines was a fucking trading.
Right. It was like a hub trading hub. Yeah.
For ships and shit. And they're like, oh, wait, we can't kill these guys. So they go, look, we'll capture them. Just make sure nobody comes in. So they guarded it.
Wow.
And they made them live. And then the Americans came and rescued everybody. And when they left, they saw the general dead. And so they're like, holy fuck, this guy saved our lives. If it wasn't for that guy,
They would have all been.
I wouldn't even tell you the story today.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, some weird shit was happening back then.
It's like small world, huh? Like,
yeah. Wow.
Got any good fish lately?
What an amazing! That'd be a funny video. You want me to eat tilapia?
I like the clickbait title. I was about to kill this guy until I realized he's my friend.
I love that story about the bungus. That's so funny because my sister had the same.
Oh yeah.
She was eating bungus, and it does have a lot of like.
I don't eat bangus for that sole reason, for the thorns.
Yeah, there's like 250.
Yeah.
A lot, yeah, and sometimes you just eat it without knowing that there are bones inside of it.
And it's
If it's
super
a sitting down, you
itchy.
can boil it to boil.
Yeah, and this
Just
dissolves.
breaks
Almost,
down.
it's not there. Yeah.
Yeah, but bungus is like my dad used to make, because he had the big Filipino factory. We had like 15 workers,
Including you.
We'd have a long. It looked like you're making crack, but we'd cut bangus and we'd debone it, and we would have competitions to make it fun. It was an 8-hour bangus day. I hated the bangus day. Oh, Tuesday's bangus day. Fuck, 8 hours of this shit.
And you're like 12 years old. I'm like, I gotta do my homework.
Yeah.
But your dad is like, no.
Yeah, we were doing it. Yeah, and then eventually we figured out how the fastest way to do it. You take a tiny like a small knife,
Okay.
Yeah.
like it was like one of those peeling knives,
Okay.
and then you would take a tweezers. So I knew how to cut it perfectly. So I could debone a bangus in a minute.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
a talent.
It's very, if anything, I'm more talented at that than anything else in life. And then one time, I think it's a sunfish. I don't know. I was in my white friend's home, and they had all this fish that their dad bought from or caught from fishing, but he wasn't there, and he knew how to skin fish and do that shit. And he's like, "Well, I wanted to like barbecue fish for everybody and like fry fish, but you know, my dad's not here." And I was like.
Hold my
on.
beer.
Yeah. Hold my peeling knife. And I swear they're like, what?
Wow.
They're unbelievable.
Wow.
These hands still smell like bungus.
The smell will never go away.
So if you had a bungus today, you would still
That's what I
remember.
brought.
Yeah.
Well, one of my videos is I show you how to debone a bungus.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yeah, like my Instagram is so ridiculous right now. It's like how to debone a bungus in 1 minute. Okay, guys.
Next video is like me playing a prank on my dad. It's like, what is this guy on?
Are you looking for Filipinos in Chinatown?
I did. You saw that one?
Yes, I saw that
In
one.
London?
That was too funny.
Yeah, Portugal was on. Did you see the Portugal one?
No.
So I do this thing online called Finding Filipinos,
Yeah.
right? So the one in Dubai was insane.
That was too funny.
Did you see the one
Yes.
in Dubai? Everybody in the mall was fucking Filipino. So and I go, what race am I? That's another game I play.
Okay.
So I go to 20 different countries a year. So I'll go to different places and I go, what race are you? So in Tokyo, I'm there and my friend translates to an older woman who's actually cooking street food. And he's like, what's it good about? And the guy, she's like, he's like, what race do you think he is? Like, Okinawan. I'm like, why
You could-
Okinawan?
You know, I
You
could
could pass
totally
as a
see it like you as a
Japanese,
Japanese
yeah.
person. That's
Yeah.
so true.
And I
Yeah.
go, why did she say Okinawan? And she's like, why is he going? He's like, and it was like, we're walking away, it's like, because you're fat. In Japanese world, I am, right? You have a beard. Okinawans have beards.
Yeah.
You're dark because they're always fishermen, and
Right.
you're drunk. And they're like, why am I drunk? I was like, oh, because you don't follow suit. I go, what do you mean? In Japanese culture, if you go to a restaurant, you file in from the next person. Like you go, okay, you start from the right, go to the left. You're always like, oh, nobody's here, let's go there. Because I like to be around big spaces.
Okay.
Right.
In Japanese culture, you don't do that. And then you're walking, it has to be, it's a weird thing because like if you go to Japan, your eye line and how they created the city is perfect. You're like, did someone draw this? Like the lines are perfect.
Okay.
Right.
Because they want it to be aesthetically pleasing for your eye. You could tell the culture really cared about how you looked at things,
Right.
right? And so when you see people, they file in right behind each other on the sidewalk. I
They're
do
so
not
systematic,
do that. I just
yeah.
walk around the place. They have a saying in Japan that says, if you're the nail that's out of place, we'll hammer you into place. You know, they're very strict culture as much as they're,
they are.
you know, they're nice, but you know, so
very systematic. Like
very
it has to be like
systematic.
this.
That's the thing, you know, like someone watches all these Japanese comedy game shows where like, what is that, Takashi's Castle? Like, oh, look at these people. Then they go there and it's like a different, where like how organized, like this organized chaos.
Oh
like,
yeah, organized chaos.
Yeah.
You know, if you go to Japan at midnight, everybody takes off. Everybody is so fucking drunk that they run around like ask any Japanese person, man. When me and my friend Justin were there, we're like, there's 2 old men wearing suits in a bush, singing and drinking from a bottle of wine. There's 5 teenagers face planted on the sidewalk where people are walking over. This is every night after 12. I'm like, why is this? And my friend's like, that they're allowed to do that because they work so hard.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is like
they
their...
work super long hours.
Yeah. And so they're allowed to do that. And then the giant bus comes in, and in translation, they have a megaphone that says, if anybody's too drunk to get home, jump into the, it's like a SWAT fucking bus. We have beds, we have drinks, we have food. You just tell us where you live and we'll drive you home.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow.
There was a bus that pulled up in front of us, and there was a cartoon bunny. It was like, yay! And I'm like, oh, this is cool. It's like a kid's bus, a cartoon bus. What is this? And my friend's like, that's a fuck bus.
What?
I go, what? If you go, you want to show me? I go, I'll show you. I go in, you go up this bus, and it's one side, it's all curtains and cubicles. And over here is you sit. And you open it, and there's Japanese women in bikinis going, how much you want? How much? This is $100 for everything. It was crazy. And they just have sex in there.
While the car is driving, or...
No, they pick up people while it's driving, but they just have sex in there.
Okay, I need to go to this place, but I'm also really horny. So
Like, I go to work too.
Hitting a lot of birds with one stone.
And so my friend who books, I have a few bookers there, and she's one of my friends who lives in Isa, and that's where the Last Samurai movie was based on. The last of the samurais lived there.
Okay.
And she was upset. I'm like, what's wrong? She's like, man, I just got molested on a bus. I go, well, she's 50. I go, fuck, I'm sorry. She's like, yeah, but it's always these fucking old Japanese guys that, you know, they wear these jackets that have fake arms, and so they can do this. I'm like, that's disgusting. So we go walk around. There's all these different shops. I go, is that the jacket? It's like, yeah. The first problem is they're still selling it.
Wow.
You should get it out of the
Yes.
fucking store.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like, cut it from the source, right? So it doesn't
cut it
get
from the
spread.
source.
Yeah.
You know, like, you know.
And then you went in and bought one. Like,
I have 2. I have 2 fake legs with my Filipino feet. I'll touch your vagina with my big toe.
Just use your
On the
feet.
bus like this. How's that?
yeah, we're better with our feet as well sometimes. Like, how we pick up
That's a funny one.
everything.
You have to put that one.
That's so Filipino.
How come these pants have fake legs? Because you want to press the tits.
We have really flexible feet, guys. Don't underestimate us.
Don't underestimate a Filipino feet. Filipino pair of
Oh
feet.
man, we can shoot a bullseye with a bow and arrow with it.
That's true. Actually, I totally believe that. Like the things that we can do.
Why do you think the Jabberwock is so good in the accent?
It's true.
it's their pits.
It's their peats. Jabberwockies are they Canadians?
No, they're all
No.
from San Francisco,
Okay.
San Diego, and LA.
Right.
So one of my friends is a cousin of one of those guys that won.
Nice. Yeah.
So I went to see them, and they actually liked the bit I put on them. I
Yeah.
have a bit about the Jabberwockies.
Oh, okay.
They won because they wore white masks.
Oh yes, I think I saw this bit. Yeah.
And people are like, how could you say that? I'm like, the Jabberwockies loved it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
I
if they
went to
loved
see
it
them
then.
live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have a residency in
Jabberwockies.
Vegas as well.
They have
Yeah.
a residency in Luxor.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, so the Japanese culture was so weird, but they thought it was Okinawan. You know? And then and then Portugal. Oh my God. Everybody knew I was Filipino.
Really?
What?
Yeah. I go, what am I? Filipino. What am I? Filipino. What is Filipino? And I go, how do you know that? We know the people we invaded. and conquered. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, they're like, you look like a target. That's what-
100%.
Yeah,
You
That
look
is
like the
too-
guys that we fucking
That
took
is
over.
too-
yeah.
You know that. Do you think white people don't know what black people are?
Gonna cut that.
Wow. No, you gotta put that one.
That is so true. I never
They all
thought of
knew.
it that way.
If you see the video, there's 4 of them all knowing,
Wow.
and because it's in their books.
That's true. Yeah.
Of course they know. We sent Magellan. Magellan was
Yes.
fucking Portuguese.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, you're Filipino. Why? My nose? No. We enslaved you.
What are you doing out of my house?
Get the fuck back in my house. they have this thing called leton.
Leton? Okay.
Leton, which is where lechon came from. Lay, as in get laid, town. Town like town. Lay town. So I was seeing, when I first went to Portugal last month, we went to the market. I just saw all these, so much lechon. I go, what the fuck is this? And they're like, it's leton. I go, you're just saying lechon with a, with a T.
Yeah, with a.
Yeah.
But still spelled Leton.
Okay.
But we said lechon.
Chon, yeah.
Yes.
But it's still leton with an N, silent T, N. I go, what the fuck? It tastes exactly the same. That's where it came from.
Right.
Yeah, because Malaysia was Muslim, so they couldn't eat it.
Yeah.
Portuguese brought
Pork in,
lechon to
yeah.
the Philippines.
And we love it until now.
Oh my god!
Our
went
love
to a-
for lechon is
oh, man,
crazy.
I went on a lechon hunt. So
Is
you
it
know,
Cebu?
remember ABS-CBN?
Yes.
This is a fucked up story. Around 15 years ago, I was doing a show in the University of Toronto, maybe 12 years ago, and it was like 400 seats. It was a Filipino community came out. It was me and 4 other Filipino comedians that were there. And then at the end, my friend's like, oh, some girl wants to meet you. I'm like, oh, cool. So we talk. She goes, do you want to come to my birthday party? I'm like, sure. There's only 10 people there. We're dancing. And she's like, oh, man, you're so funny. Here's my number. When you go to the Philippines, call me, all right? I'm like, cool. So that's it. I go to the Philippines maybe a year after. And I'm flying now. And I'm like, the girl's pictures everywhere. Billboards. It's fucking Ann Curtis.
What?
Yeah, I was hanging out with Ann Curtis, who's like the Taylor Swift of the Philippines.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like, I'm like, what? So I land, I'm like, this ain't real. I go, this can't be the same person. So I text her, and she's like, hey, Ron, come to ABS-CBN. I go there, and they're like, oh, Ron. I do their talk show. I had to do stand-up.
That is so
On the
cool.
TV show?
Yeah.
And then she's like, we want you to do this lechon thing for us. I go, what? So I had to do like 10 different lechon and judge them.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right? Oh my God. We went to so many fucking lechon places. And I probably gained, I went to a C cup. And
I got a C cup and gout.
And cholesterol was high.
and a girlfriend.
All of that.
You smell like pork. Sus. And we tried so much the fucking lechons. And then I went to the one that Anthony Bourdain went to. It was called Sibuchon.
Yeah, in Cebu,
Right?
yeah.
And so we went to Cebu, and I'm eating it. I'm like, oh, this. And then my cousin's like, oh, you're doing that lechon hunt? I heard you're doing a lechon hunt at ABCBN. I'm like, yeah. He's like, okay, we'll bring you the best one. I go, we found it already. He's like, no, where would you go? Cebuchon. That's the McDonald's of lechon, Ron. You have to go to the fucking province.
Wow.
So they brought me to where my mom was born and raised, which Dumanhog.
Okay.
And it's 3 hours from Cebu City. When you land, you have to go up a mountain. Here's how crazy how this is a lechon island. Everybody talks about lechon, but everybody goes, you go to fucking Cebu, that's where the real shit's from.
Okay.
Because that's where the Portuguese came.
Right.
And so I go up, all you smell is fried pork. Why does it smell like fried pork? Because every time you don't go up the mountain, you have to. It takes a long time. There's stations of people cooking chicharron with giant vats of oil, and they take it out with these giant fucking thing, and then they put in a basket, and then they feed you. You buy it per pound or kilo, and then they put it in a bag. It's not the same one you get in the store. It's soft inside and crispy outside, and it comes with vinegar and garlic dip.
Wow.
And you,
I think it's the one with the laman.
Yeah.
So it's
probably.
the chicharon with the fat of the top fat as well. So that's why it's a little bit soft.
It's fried with garlic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it tastes different. It's not what
Right.
you get in the store. It doesn't
Right.
even look like it. It looks like chopped meat. But
Right.
if you dry it in your house for a few days or a week, it looks like what you see in the store. But it's cushy. It's not soft, but it's still squishy.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you're eating it while you drive up. You're like, oh my god, this is the best fucking chicharron I've ever had in my life.
Yeah.
And then Sunday morning, they bring 20 lechons out for the village, and it's really like probably each lechon is monitored and the two 10-year-old to 12-year-old kids are on each side. There's 20 of them. You just see these kids.
I think I've
squatting.
seen this. I think I've seen the not a documentary, but a video of this.
Yeah,
and they're doing
smoking
it.
cigarettes.
Yeah.
That is insane.
And then the older man or whoever's there, he takes a mop that's dipped in soya sauce, chili,
Yes.
sili leaves,
yeah.
right? Brown sugar, mango,
Soy sauce.
soya sauce, pineapple.
And it's a real mop, right?
Yeah, it's a real mop that they just used to clean the kitchen.
So Clorox.
Right? And at the end, it looks like a candy apple.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, because
Right?
of the color and
Yeah,
the
Caramelization and
Yeah.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah, and then so they put it there. There's a lady that chops it for everybody, and then so she's chopping it, and I'm like, oh, can I have a piece? And she smacked my hand. She's like, I'm like,
Wait, this is still part of the.
Lechon.
So there's camera crew with you, or
no, this is.
Just
They
you
didn't even go. This is my cousin.
Oh, okay. This is just
We
a
didn't get to
personal
go
sort of
there.
thing.
Yeah, this is
Okay.
after.
Okay.
And after I took, she started. She wants to hongyet, means feed me. Open your mouth. She went like this. Stuck her hand in my fucking mouth. I'm like this. Don't bite it. It fucking dissolved.
Oh, wow.
And then I chewed it. Oh my god.
Is it the best one?
Better than Viagra. My dick was like. It was unfucking.
It's a combination of the pork and her hand in your mouth. That's why.
And then so I'm like, this is the crazy. And then my cousin goes, "You want to try something even crazier?" I go, "What?" They have a chicken version of this,
No way.
and they call it lechon manok.
Wow.
And I swear, it tastes like the same. Like the texture of the
skin.
the skin is the same.
Yeah.
but smaller.
Right.
Obviously, it's chicken. It's
Right.
not like
Yes.
pork. And you in your head, you're like, this is a lechon.
Wow.
You're sucking on the bones. It's so salty and garlicky.
Did you say dumanhog?
The manhog.
Dumanhog.
Yeah. My dad's from Bohol. So basically, there's a water in between them. So, but
Right.
they didn't meet there. They met in Canada. Yeah. Lechon, man.
Lechon.
We
is
have
the
to
best.
eat. We're gonna
Yeah.
work. So Friday after his show, and I'm gonna call what's her name?
Ima.
Ima and Sanya.
Yeah.
Ah.
Let's go to a Filipino restaurant videotape.
There you go.
La Mesa maybe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
La Mesa or Chibog, wherever you guys want. Yeah. That would be
I'll
nice.
definitely plan that. Don't worry.
Yeah.
God, we have to, man.
I know.
Filipinos all over the world, man.
Yeah.
And you trust me, like Filipino food here is almost as good as what we have in the Philippines. Of course, the ingredients might be different. There's some
Right.
things we cannot get over here
But
that
they're
we
more
get there.
authentic Filipinos here because it's still first son of a generation.
Yeah.
You know, like I've already met. I've met one of my first Filipinos in my life that was 65 who never had an accent and can't speak Tagalog.
Oh.
Yeah, because his grandparents came in the fucking 40s.
Okay.
Wow.
Or even earlier.
Yeah.
Wow.
So he's like, I don't even know my language.
Wow.
And you're like, you look like you can't even speak English. You know?
He looks Filipino to the T.
Yeah,
but
he even
can't-
has
yeah.
the flip flops,
Vest, and then
The vest.
walks out to the mall and
Yeah. He has
Honda Civic
He has an
and-
alien skin. He has a the Technic shot there from the 70s. You know, he has all the
The mark
Filipino-
of the shot.
The mark of the
Yeah.
Filipino. That weird.
I have that as well.
The brand. What is that?
I don't know.
What the
It looks
fuck-
like a small bite from something that took
Yeah.
the skin, and those are the teeth marks left. That's
What
what.
the fuck? Yeah, it's like, you want to come in? I'll bite you.
Yeah.
Okay, you're allowed to go.
Okay, now you're Filipino
Now you're
nice.
Filipino.
Go.
Like when the baby. That's why the Filipino nurses like.
Oh my god! If you have to smell the baby and give it to you,
Oh yeah.
kumot, okay, go. If it's baho, you don't take it.
Here you go. Go ahead.
We're the only race to do smell kisses.
Yeah. We do.
Ah,
Why do we
yuck.
do that?
Oh yeah, I've never noticed that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because our taste buds are tied to our nose buds. When we eat, we don't do this. We go.
And we like smelling our food
We smell
before
like smelling everything.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
you smell your baby if it stinks. Come here.
Yeah, they always smell the
Take a
baby's
bath.
feet and then vinegar and then
Vinegar feet.
yeah.
The baby's kilikili.
Yeah.
The underarm of their. I smell my dog all the time.
Yeah,
I smell
our noses
him.
are stronger than our eyes almost.
Yeah.
That is so
That's
true,
true.
actually.
Yeah.
A Filipino that's blind is not blind to me.
You still got your nose, man. You still have everything you need.
You have a lot of senses in you.
I think
You
that's
got
why our
this.
nostrils are round. It's just like radar. Boop, boop. Oh, there's a chicken.
Then it's like drawn naturally to that smell. Like,
How
what
come we're
is
the only
that?
race that knows how to flare our noses?
Yeah, that's true.
What the fuck is that? I ever try to tell
yeah.
a white person to flare their nose? How do I do that? I'm really this.
We have like muscles.
Extra
on it.
muscles on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why we could smell more than ever.
There you go.
That's true.
You could smell your baby's tae from a mile away. That's true. My baby needs to diaper change. Why? Because of this.
Not even your own baby. Someone else's baby. You're like, that baby needs a diaper change.
You know how Scott Summers from the X-Men,
Yeah, X-Men.
Cyclops, has a, if a Filipino was an X-Men, we'd have that to our nose. Okay, I have to find out where the bad guy is. There! Doretso!
Maybe that's why we love dogs so much, because we're like, you know what? We're like dogs. We can smell a lot of things.
We're very expressive in our faces.
Yeah.
That's why we're really bad poker players.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit! I mean, I got full house. Yeah.
No, we really are very expressive. Eyes, no, and even how we speak. Like,
Yeah.
a lot of my foreign friends say, why when you speak Tagalog, it's like you're singing. We're
Really?
just so expressive
Yeah.
in our words, in our face, in our...
You know, that's true. Like, a lot of non-Filipino comedians, like the Indian comedians, when they make a Filipino joke, it's always about, why do you guys speak like you're singing when you're in Tagalog? Like,
Because we're so expressive.
Yeah.
Like, that's why you don't see Filipinos in the Olympics doing, like, the parallel bars of the rings. Because we'd be too... The way you win those things is you can't show expression.
right.
Yeah.
You have to
Like
be
it's
dead
nothing.
inside, yeah. or
Filipino
something.
doing the rings, we're like... Shit! I cannot do more!
5 more seconds. Like,
Or we'll smile, or we'll do something else. Yeah.
You got a lot of good bits on this.
yeah, I know.
we do.
I know.
We do.
Man, this is better than every podcast I've done with my bits. So much. So much.
Too much.
You're just gonna like use all these clips and then sandwich like how to debone a
Dude,
fish video,
Oh
and,
my God.
and then back to another
You can
clip.
get my fish video.
Yeah, and we'll put it in here.
Oh, man.
Any other questions you have?
Maybe before we wrap up, like, so you're doing a few shows here.
I'm doing 4 more shows.
Nice.
Abu Dhabi is going to be on, I think, Wednesday. And then Thursday, Friday, Saturday. No, so wait. 4 shows left. So Abu Dhabi Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday will be here. Sunday I fly to London for 2 days and just to fly to I'm going to Yukon territories to my own show there too.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, the Yukon, there's for some reason a bunch of Filipinos live in the Yukon near Alaska. I'm like, why the fuck did you go there?
They're
Wow.
everywhere, man.
Yeah.
Filipinos are everywhere at this point.
Yeah.
How are they surviving the cold?
I don't know. I guess they have heaters in their nose.
Like an extension cord coming out. Like, what is in
You
there?
have a plug?
Yeah.
It's perfect.
You just plug it in. Yeah.
It just heats it up.
Filipinos are everywhere. And I think it's also like good for you because everywhere you visit,
I learned so much about my culture by doing these shows.
right.
In fact, I got more addicted and more fell in love with Filipinos when I started traveling. Because you start as a comedian, you do a white world. You're in a white world.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I started traveling, I'm like, wait, this is so much more fun right now.
Yeah.
You know, and it's hard for me to start playing the old places I used to play. I can't do down south as easily no more because I have pride now.
Right.
And when I started to play down south 25 years ago, you'd have to make fun of yourself. All my black comedians that are down south would say this: "Yo, man, you got to make fun of yourself if you're ethnic first because they don't want you to be threatening Asian or a threatening black guy, and you got to make fun of yourself hard for like the first 5 minutes, and after that you can do whatever you want." I can't do that anymore. I can't make fun of Asian people and Asian this and Asian that. That feels so demeaning to me.
Right.
So I start being very strong and powerful about myself, and they do not like it. Because a lot of the places that I play down south are old comedy clubs in Myrtle Beach that are 65 and older white people.
Yeah.
I don't hate
So
them.
the
I like them.
audience, they're
It's just
not
that
into
they're not
it.
used to it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I walked off the stage a year ago The last time I played South Carolina, I just said I'm done, and I never went to did a second show. They're just too racist. Well, that crowd. There was this guy who's just looking at me like this. His wife was looking at me, and I go, okay, there's been 40 minutes of I've been on here. People are enjoying themselves. You two are really upsetting me. Why aren't you laughing? And she's like this. You're a nice guy, but we don't like your face.
Oh my
No
God.
way.
I go, what? What, do you hate me? We don't hate you. We just don't like your face, you know that.
Oh gosh.
I go, then why don't you leave? And she goes, because that would be offensive, sir. I go, it's more offensive that you say you don't like my face and you're
Yeah, I
staying.
know, and you're still staying here.
Yeah.
He goes,
And we're in front?
you're front row. And I said, no, it's more offensive that you said you didn't like my face and then you would, and you're staying. Just as long as you're not upset that we leave. I go, why the fuck do you care how I feel? Because we have Southern hospitality. I go, oh, that makes a lot of sense. Southern hospitality had to be balanced with your racism. And she's like, all right, we're leaving. That was rude. And she
my
gets up, this
gosh.
all MAGA. And she gets off,
okay.
red hat. And 10 tables get up and leave too.
Wow.
But the people that stayed, they fucking enjoyed it.
Right.
And I go, oh, I'm done.
Yeah.
I don't need to put myself in this anymore.
Right.
You know, because when I started comedy, I'm one of the very first Filipinos in Canada that started. There was a person before me, but he went crazy. So he stopped because it was too hard. You get heckled so much not in Toronto, Vancouver, Montreal. In between, there's a lot of hick areas.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
And
Yeah.
so when I started playing there, my first 5 minutes I'd be heckled. Chink, bad, you know. And so the black comics were like, yo, this guy Kenny Robinson, he's like godfather of black comedy in Canada. He would say, yo, kid, you got to come up with some comebacks because the other comics don't got to deal with this because they don't have the same color as us. So what you got to do is you got to write a bunch of comebacks like this. Okay, you suck. What do you say from that? I don't know. You swallow. Yeah, that's a good one. You know, like go back where you came from. If your last name is not Featherstone, you go back to fucking where you came from. You know, like we.
Okay.
Right.
Like all
So-
the standard.
Yeah, all the standard
insults.
racist heckles.
Yeah.
And so my first 2 years, I'm not even like people do not believe me when I say this shit. Not in Toronto, Montreal, Vancouver. In between all the hick places, I'd be heckled for 2 minutes straight, and I had to endure it and fight them before I could never start my act.
Wow.
And no Asian person that starts comedy in the last 10 years believes me. I have videos of me being heckled. Remember the first time I did on stage?
Yeah, yeah.
That was a
Yeah.
hick area, and I got heckled.
So I wanted to talk about that. You were saying your first few.
Yeah, your first show ever, you bombed and you were booed off stage.
Yeah, because I didn't know comedians wrote jokes. I thought you just opened your mouth.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
You're just naturally funny, like
Yeah.
your friends.
Yeah.
Like what we're doing here.
Yeah, like how you just have the banter with
You
friends.
can do that if you already have a repertoire or ammunition of bits
Yeah.
that you can. To me, they're called weapons.
Yeah.
You know, so grenade, a shotgun. If you don't have any of that stuff, and you just have a knife, you're not going to do. You may cut the first two people, but then you need more
For the-
actual
yeah.
backup. So I saw like Chris Rock Big the Pain and Eddie Murphy Delirious, and I thought they made it up on the spot. So I walked up and I thought I could make it on the spot. I got heckled straight up. You know, I got the one girl. My first time ever getting heckled was probably I've only been heckled 5 or 6 times in my life. Why? Because my first experience of being heckled, but you know, like the first 2 years of being heckled. My first time I got heckled, I came back with a joke, but then more people yelled, and I didn't know what to do. So I thought that you had to just come up with material on the spot. My friend's like, no, you got to write your jokes.
Yeah. And make it seem like you're just thinking of it at the moment.
So it's almost how fake you can make it look authentically,
Yes.
right? And that turns into a muscle. So if I'm on stage, I look like I just made it up, because here's the hard part about comedy. It's not as much as doing it. It's how long it takes for you to transfer your real funny personality off stage on stage, because you have to mimic it. You at your finest hour off stage will take you 10 years to really be that authentic on stage in a acting way.
Yeah.
So what do you do off stage that you don't do naturally on stage? I do this a lot off stage. I have to add that. It's not a joke. It's what make people identify you're real.
Yeah.
You're authentic.
He's like, this is a guy who's talking to his friends, being funny about it. Yeah.
Because when you talk in real life, you're like, right? You have to add the eyes to the leg. So when I'm on my stage, I'm like, when I first started, that works in a one-liner style.
Yeah.
Right? That's you're presenting it as jokes.
Right.
But it's not going to work when your jokes are about life and your anecdotes and family
Your upbringing and all those things.
It's not based on that kind of rhythm.
When
Jimmy
you're
Carr is based on that.
storytelling.
Mitch Hedberg is based on that rhythm. It's
the
not
one-liner comedians.
That Joe Coy, me, Russell Peters, Fluffy. That's not. Most black comics are not based on that rhythm.
Yeah.
Right.
You know.
Right.
And you have to understand your jokes and the way you tell a story has to really correlate to what you look like and how you're moving. And so people don't understand that. You know, a bad actor doesn't know the beat. So this is how hard acting is. I've been acting here and there for 25, 30 years. It's not the lines. That's the easy part. It's the movement. So like, okay, you get your lines, you memorize them. Okay, now go. Okay, you got the role. Now, when you say these lines, there's 6 lines. Your first 2 lines, you have to say it right here while you're cooking a steak. Then this thing goes in fire. Then you have to run and get a fire extinguisher while saying a line right here, right here, right there. You're doing this.
Yeah.
Right? In comedy, it's the exact same way. If you don't know your marks of the movements that you're saying, sometimes it doesn't look real.
Yeah.
That's what makes a bad comic or a bad actor. You have to have the lines and the movement coincide perfectly.
And the expression.
And the expression, everything.
Yeah.
You know, that's what, when you see a comic on stage, it makes it look too easy when it's really good. It looks really hard when they suck.
Yeah, that's true, and that's what you said, right? When you first saw a lot of like stand-up comedy, you're like, I can do that.
Yeah,
Makes it look
When I first watched, I'm like, I'm funnier than half of these
You try to
guys.
slam dunk after seeing Jordan? Fucking, it's impossible. I'm like, look at that. Oh!
This is the gap between you and the ring. It's like, that's so true. Like, you think it's easy, but there's so much of the things which you don't see that the
It looks so easy, but there's 1,000 things that's happening. You're almost schizophrenic because you're thinking of 3 things at the same time.
Yeah.
You're loading your jokes and shooting the jokes, and you're acting like you're not thinking about these things.
Yeah. And at the same time, you have to look at your audience. Are they reacting to you? Do you have to slow down? Do I have to speed up?
But like you said, like you could be on stage for 40 minutes. The whole crowd is laughing. The 2 people in the front, those are the ones that are going to get to you the most.
Oh, 100%.
He's like, I know I can control the other 60 sitting there, but these 2 are not laughing. And my goal is to just make these 2 happy, not the 60.
And even when you're on and we got everything, you can lose them right now if you go, oh, I got these guys.
Yeah.
Whoa, shit, I don't.
Yeah.
You know, you can't. It's like you think you could reel of a tuna in. Don't think it's that
then
easy,
the
dude.
the reel snaps and you're like, well, okay.
They're too strong of a crowd.
Yeah.
Of a being as a one entity.
Yeah.
To think you can control them that easily.
Right.
You always have to be on your toes because they always escape. You think you got a snake? No, you don't. You know, you got to be always fucking there.
Yeah.
This is why it's an art. And I really admire stand-up comedians because I could never do that. You can never put me on a stage, say a joke, do the movement, look at people and not be nervous, not cry if people are not laughing. Like,
and change it up. If someone drops a glass, breaks a glass, or yells at you, you're never comfortable.
right.
Yeah.
You may be comfortable while they're laughing, but you're thinking, well, you better get this joke started, the next joke quick, or you'll lose them.
Yes.
You know, you're never comfortable, and if you are, you're gonna lose them.
Yeah. You should always be on your toes.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, why has this guy been doing the same material for like 3 years now? But then I realized like that same solid 5 can really evolve just by changing a word or an action.
Yeah.
So I understand like the amount of time it takes to actually write a joke, perform it, edit it.
It's so hard, and it's even harder today because the turnover is not like before. Where Jerry Seinfeld, the '80s, you could actually do your act for 10 years, and people will just sit there and go, "Oh, I like this."
Yeah.
Now they're like, ADD, HDSD crowd, right? They're like, we heard that. We heard that.
Yeah.
We heard that.
It's not new anymore.
No.
It's not, yeah.
And after 1 year, you better have a new one.
Yeah.
That's why people are, you post old stand-up, talking to the crowd, and stupid videos. You never do your real shit. So I would get this a lot. I would see this in the comments on my YouTube or Instagram. Hey man, don't you have any new material?
Wow.
Dude, come to a fucking live show and pay, motherfucker. What, you want this free? Constantly free?
True.
What are you, stupid? I tell them right there, why don't you watch a live show? It's all new. Well, why don't you post it? Why the fuck would I post my new act?
Right.
Like, I'm here to make a living.
This
And
is
you're
my
not
bread and
supporting me if
butter.
you say that.
Yeah.
You have to understand that what we're dumping out there is what we can't use anymore.
Yeah.
I have an hour and a half of stuff that you haven't seen. Come pay. If you enjoy this, don't keep them going. Keep it loading up. I don't want to move. I don't want to pay for you. Just entertain me like a king. Shut up. I hate people.
That's true. The material that you put out is your burn material. That's
It's your
it.
material. Or
You
if
can
your favorite
probably-
joke is, you have to make sure that's gone then.
Right.
If that goes viral, hey, good luck to you. You know when
Yes.
Russell Peters blew up in 2003 and 4, he blew up, and people were like, man, I'm not going to put my material up there. Why? Because they all know my shit, so I won't have any new material. Do you know how hard it is to go fucking viral? In fact, when Russell went viral, he didn't have any more fucking material. So he had to write that shit in 6 months, his next album. He goes, it was the hardest thing he ever did.
I know. I can't imagine. Like writing something like, okay, I already have the fame and the spotlight on me. I really have to grind and make sure that I really put out some good material within the
In
next 6 months. Yeah.
Because guess what? They're not going to remember you in a year. Russell had to do a new hour within 2 months, probably. Luckily, whatever they saw was 45. He probably had another 20 minutes.
Yeah, okay, and then he just added it.
But he's a genius when it comes to talking to the crowd and riffing.
Yeah.
So he can do an hour of doing
Just
that.
by doing crowd work. Yeah.
Even Chappelle could. Chris Rock can't do that. I talked to Chappelle once and Chris Rock once, and they both said the same thing. But basically, I go, Chappelle, man, like basically Rex Neverete knows his wife.
Okay.
Oh, it's just Filipino. Yeah.
They went to school together, so he brought me to watch Chappelle's Midnight Show once in San Francisco. So we were there. And he doesn't know Chappelle, but he knows his wife.
Okay.
And he goes, yeah, I know Elaine. He's like, oh man, we'll hang out with us after. So Chappelle, Joe Torre, and me, Rex Neverete. I have pictures of this in the San Francisco Punchline. And he goes, how long you been in comedy for? I'm like, 10 years. All right, well, ask away. So I fucking drilled him on questions. I go, why is it when you practice you can kill? And when Chris Rock practices, he doesn't kill. People walk out of the fucking room. He's there with a paper going, da, da, da. He goes, oh, because he's very word-based, and I'm organic. I'd never say the same joke twice in the same way. He feels the energy. And he goes, he has to be more like me, and I have to be more like him. So I do what Chris Rock does in certain parts, just because he needs to be too stable. It's not like static. And he has to be more organic. So if you watch Chris Rock's last special or the one with Will Smith, I talked to one of his writers. We did a show together in LA, and I was like, Jerome, man, that special was crazy. It's like, it was the crazy part about looking at that show, but we're all in the green room watching him tape it, and it was live.
Yeah, it was the first live special on Netflix.
It was the first time anybody did something live, like live to air. So you see that he fucked up on one joke.
Yeah. You could see all the messing up and everything.
Yeah, and the end part, he goes, he just made that up. I go, what, with the Will Smith? He said, yeah, it was just him had to say it. So it was technically, it wasn't a great joke, but emotionally, everybody felt it because Chris Rock never does that. He never opens his heart and his emotions on stage, and he's just done that like Richard Pryor. Now, after 40 fucking years.
Wow.
Where he was never like that. So he's evolved. He's now a storyteller. He's now an emotional comedian.
Yeah.
He's not a joke writer as much. He's still a joke writer, but he has that emotional side now.
Yeah.
Being embarrassed in front of the world, it changes a person.
You gotta fucking, you have to roll with it.
Yeah.
And when I moved to New York, I learned so much about what he did as a comedian that is so highly respected. So his career was doing well. Then it started to sink really bad after Saturday Night Live and Live in Color ended. So he was no longer bookable. And then he had one shot to do big ass jokes. That was the first HBO. If he nailed it, they would give him a second special, which is Bring the Pain.
Yeah.
So the first joke he did at Bring the Pain was about the Marion Barry, who was the mayor of Detroit. I can't remember of the time, right?
Okay.
Or whenever that special was filmed. I can't remember the special was filmed in Atlanta. Fuck, I can't remember, but D.C., Washington D.C. The mayor was Marion Barry, who caught smoking crack in a hotel room, and that just happened. So when people were in New York were telling me this, they're like, when you saw that special, we saw that special, we're like, wait, if you do the fucking math, that special was taped 6 weeks ago, because that just happened, but it was such a big thing, even in a month later. He opened new. You don't do that in comedy. But because he got booed live.
Okay.
But he owned it. Because they were mad that he talked about it on live TV.
Right.
TV. But he even said, boo if you want, you know I'm right? That changed a lot of the mindset of comedy, especially New Yorkers. They go, you know what, man? He never did evergreen. I go, what the fuck is evergreen? Evergreen comedy material is stuff you could do any time of the year. It works in 20 years from now, 50 years from now, any time of the day. That's not an evergreen joke. That's a joke that only lives in that small pocket of life. So if you watch it 20 years later, you wouldn't understand the reference. But he just told you the news and what was happening in the zeitgeist of the world.
Yeah.
Which gives you a reflection. It's no different from pictures that are drawn and carved in a wall in a cave, where you go, oh, this would happen back 2000 BC. He's doing that. It may not work now, but he's giving you a view of how 1996 was. Right? And if you research it, you're like, oh, Marion Barry's got caught smoking crack. Holy fuck.
Yeah.
So now, if you have all evergreen, you're not respected. You have to have something in your act that could only really rely on people today.
Yeah.
And it may only work for the day or the week or the month, but it's a muscle that you should always have.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's great.
You're learning from...
I'm learning a lot, yeah. But I think we got to start wrapping up.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It was a really good episode, I must say. We touched on literally everything that I really want to talk about from
Amazing.
here.
It was one of my favorite podcasts.
Oh, thank you so
Thank
much.
you for your time.
We'll see you in a year.
No, but really, thank you for your time. Thank you for spending.
I don't even remember you guys. Did we take pictures in the Philippines together?
Yeah, we did take a picture.
Yes.
These posters?
Yes.
Yeah.
And that was like a
definitely
week before our wedding.
Yeah, it was actually a week before our wedding.
I
Yeah.
do remember a couple came up to me and said, we're getting married.
Yeah.
But they
That
were
was
black. Anyway.
that was me and another chick. But thanks for coming on the podcast. I think I'll try to release this episode maybe by tomorrow or latest day after, so I can put all your dates in and let's see if we can get some people coming.
I'll have a copy of it so I can make clips. Or are you gonna?
Yeah. We'll get the clips done and everything.
25 really good clips.
Yeah. There's a ton. Yeah. But thanks for coming. We'll definitely take you out for dinner on a Friday. And
Filipino food.
Yes.
Since you're here almost every year, maybe we can catch up on our next podcast. Our annual
podcast
Josol meeting.
Yeah.
And hopefully I get on the fest with you guys too.
Oh yeah, that's perfect. Yes.
Thank you so much.
Okay,
we
bye.
love you guys.
Let me use my feet.
Bye.
The title of this episode is gonna be Footsies.
Oh, Pizzies.
Footsies. Letter P.
That's hilarious. Pizzies.